Hi guys and girls, what I thought I'd do now is I've got both my metal detectors, my Tejon, tesoro Tejon, and my C-Scope 990XD. What I thought I would do is find some targets with the Tejon and that I would consider diggable, or the detector considers diggable, by setting the discrimination 1 onto iron and the discrimination 2 onto the O of foil. And I would try the same signals after I've marked them with these markers with the C-Scope on its normal discrimination setting that I use it on, which is about 10:2 if you're looking on a clock. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn the camera off, find the signals with the Tejon, mark them with these, and then we'll see what happens with the C-Scope. Okay, so the red markers are the signals I've found. This is my garden, and this is the part where the chickens are. So I thought I'd do it in there because they like the worms anyway. And I know there's an awful lot of signals in there. Most of them are going to be rubbish, but what I'll do is I'll go over them now with the C-Scope whilst the camera's on, so you can hear whether it's a good signal or not. Just to remind you, a high tone is good and diggable, mid tone is usually copper brass, and low tone is iron. Okay, so the Tejon has said that all these are diggable. Disc 1 was set on iron, disc 2 set on foil. Okay, so I'll get to it. Right, girls. Saying that one's iron. Saying dig that one. And that one. A mid-ish tone, so that's saying. That's saying coppery brass. And that one's iron. Something that's interesting I've just noticed is that the C-Scope is telling me that they are 2 inches further back than the Tejon is. So what we do now is we'll dig them and see what's what. The chickens certainly like the holes. It was interesting. We'll take the camera and show you what we found. So hole 1, which the Tejon said we should dig. All these are the ones that the Tejon said were diggable targets. Okay. Right, if you remember, the C-Scope said give me a low tone, which said don't dig it. And what we have is it's an old iron buckle. So I wouldn't have dug it with this with the C-Scope, but I would have done with the Tejon. Okay, target number 2, which gave us a mid-tone on the C-Scope and a diggable on the Tejon. It's a brass eyelet type of thing you get on tarpaulins. Okay. Number 3, which both detectors said dig, is a huge lump of iron. And there's any detector in the world that's going to say don't dig that. They say never work with children and animals. Well, this is why. Okay. This is hole number 4, which gave us a mid-tone on the C-scope. Again, said dig. Actually, I think that the second hole was actually a high tone. That's right, the second hole with the eyelet was a high tone. Third hole was a high tone. This tone was a mid-tone, which is usually brass or copper, and it's a 16 bore cartridge head, so that was bang on. Now this hole here, we had an argument about between the two detectors, because the Tejon said dig it, and the C-scope said don't. They were both right, because there was a little piece of, well, almost a nail I suppose, and a little tiny button. So they were both right. The Tejon said dig it, the C-scope said don't. So you pay your money, you take your choice, you know, it's swings and roundabouts. Okay, and hole number 3, which the C-scope said don't dig, was a cast iron wheel thing, and see the tesoro also said dig it. So there we go, that's the conclusion. Excuse all the pheasants and wildlife, I'm quite rural. There's my birds. I'll get back to you. Well, actually I'll show you what the settings were on both detectors. Okay, this is the C-scope. That's where the discrimination was set, and we're in inland mode and meter audio disc, which is how I usually use it unless I'm on the beach. I just flick it over to beach mode. These are the settings for the tesoro. Now I had the on about 3, so discrimination 1 is iron, discrimination 2 on the O of foil. Flip between the two, so you operate in disc 1. If you pick up a signal, flick it to disc 2, which gives you the higher discrimination level, and if it still comes on and if you still get a good signal on the foil, you should dig it. And that's the settings. So, hope this has been interesting or of some use to somebody. I haven't been too well the last few days, so I'm kind of stuck at home. That's why I'm doing things in the garden, not being out. But I'm going to shoot a quick shot on my birds. They do love the holes. These are my 3 rescue hens. You wouldn't think 9 months ago they were bald, would you? Living the life of Riley, aren't you girls? Okay. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.